promise by the end of this video, you will never even dare to compare yourself to anyone. Comparison kills happiness. Comparison kills joy. One thing I want you to realize is that you are ruining your own life by comparing yourself to others. But let me hold your hands while saying this. It is not your fault. It isn't. It is not your fault. It is not your fault to compare yourself to anyone. We are conditioned to do that. So let me tell you why you compare yourself to other people and how to fix it. So during the ancient times, we used comparison as a mode of survival. So we humans used it as a mechanism to survive. So let me explain. So during that time, falling behind almost meant death, because when you imagine if you fell behind when you went for hunting, you will lost your way and you will be trapped inside the forest, or either there is a high chance that you can be attacked by a wild animal like a tiger, lion or something. So during that time, falling behind actually meant death. So our little human brain still thinks falling behind means death, but situations have changed. We are not living in that ancient age anymore. So, to give you another biological reason behind why you compare, let me introduce you to the most beautiful part of our brain, which is the prefrontal cortex. So, this region is responsible for self evaluation and judgment. But in the case of teenagers, this region is still developing. This region will develop fully only at the age of 25. So till that age, this region is trying to figure out what is your position in this world. It is trying to make connections in your brain. So that's why every time you scroll, you think, what is my position? Where am I in relation to them? It is not your fault. It is just your prefrontal cortex developing. Another reason is that you are creating a spotlight effect. All day long, you are thinking about you, your mistake, your flaws, your life, but what you forget is that other people are also doing the same. They are thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about you. They don't have the time to even worry about you. Only you think about you that vigorously. Like, even if you disappear tomorrow, nothing is going to change, nothing is going to happen. Nobody is going to remember the mistake you did 10 years ago, okay? You are thinking the world is revolving around you when it's not. It really is not, okay? So, like, when my friends tell me what they think about them, their flaws, I was like, bro, I didn't even notice that. I was busy thinking about how large my teeth is, how chubby my face is. When they say, what are you saying? We didn't even notice that. How crazy is that? Comparing yourself to others and feeling jealous on others' achievements really comes down to a scarcity mindset. You see their success as a threat. You feel offended or attacked when someone else achieves something. So this is called a scarcity mindset. The opposite of this is called an abundance mindset. So it is believing that the universe is so abundant that there is plenty of opportunity for everyone to succeed. It is believing their success doesn't take away from mine, and it is also believing if they have something, it doesn't mean I cannot have that thing. That's why you never ever catch a girlie with an abundance mindset comparing herself to anybody else. So she wouldn't even think of placing her worth in the hands of other people. So one of the most important reasons why you compare yourself to others is, of course, social media. So we are not supposed to see hundreds of thousands of faces on a daily basis, right? We never did that in the past, so it is not normal. But now we get to see hundreds and thousands of faces on a daily basis. We are doing it all day, every day, right? But the thing you see on social media is not real. It is not real, okay? Real life is messy. It is not aesthetic all the time. So it doesn't even make sense to me to compare my life to somebody else's highlight reel. It is just a highlight. Social media is just a highlight, not real life. Treat it like that. The thing with social media is that it sets many unrealistic expectations. Like, it has normalized many things that aren't normal, like overworking or hustling all the time. But like, what we can do here is to think twice before being hard on yourself. Before being hard on yourself, think about the situation. is this possible in real life? Because we are not seeing the behind the scenes, we are not seeing the real life of social media, we are only seeing a 60-second video and we are comparing our entire real messy life to someone else's nicely curated highlight reel. Why does it make sense? It doesn't even make sense. So don't do that. Okay. Another thing I want you to know that you may be comparing your day one to someone else's day 100. You never know. I used to do this all the time, by the way. I used to look at other creators and used to feel bad about my content. But there is a thing called divine timeline, and you and I and all of us are always on a divine timeline. Like, this links back to a thing that I said earlier. If someone went viral overnight, it doesn't mean you cannot succeed in that space. It doesn't mean you are not worthy to be in that space. Maybe the universe has some other plans for you, or maybe you are not mentally ready to be succeeded yet. The universe always tries to protect you, so always trust the divine timeline and have some faith in the universe. So I studied in a girls' school, okay? So every day, every hour, I used to compare myself to the other girls. I used to compare my skills, my grades, my talents, my potential to every other girl in that school, and I never thrived in that space. Okay, I was underconfident and insecure all throughout my school years. I never liked the way I looked. I never liked the way I spoke. I never liked the way I danced. In fact, like, I never even liked anything about myself during that time. All because I used to compare myself to another girl, to another person, to every other person in that space. But what opened my mind is there'll always be someone better than you, someone prettier than you, smarter than you, more intelligent than you. But babe, who told you to be perfect? Just be you. Just be authentic. Because authenticity is all what matters than faking anything. If you keep comparing yourself, you will keep shrinking yourself and you will continue to feel underconfident for all throughout your life. The people who are confident, the people who are successful, they also compare. They also feel underconfident. They also doubt their potential. But they don't listen to their voice. They do the damn thing anyway. That is the energy we want to carry into 2026, right? If somebody else compare you or your potential to another person, don't even think twice. Cut the person out. Cut that person out of your life. Because they don't even deserve your time, your energy, or your attention. So if it is your parents or teachers comparing you to another person, I know we can't cut them off, right? So but what we can do is to try to protect our energy. So don't let your energy be faded by responding to them or yelling at them. Okay. So imagine that you're protected by an invisible bubble around you, that divine energy around you, that you are untouched by these irrational comparisons or any comparisons. So, on to the method of coping, we have three types of coping mechanisms, which is avoidance oriented coping, problem oriented coping, and emotion oriented coping. So, avoidance oriented method of coping is to pretend like nothing is happening. It is to completely avoid the problem. Okay. So, this method will help you in the short term, but it is harmful for you in the long run. So we don't want that, right? So let's move on to the problem-oriented coping. This is where you take real step to solve the problem from its root itself. Okay. So this includes taking actions, like taking real actions, like decluttering your social media, creating a positive page, or as I said earlier, cutting negative people off. So these are the real steps that can help you to reduce how much you compare yourself to other persons. Then we have emotion oriented coping. So this doesn't really target the problem directly, but it targets how you respond to the problem. So it is primarily concerned with calming down your nervous system. So this includes gratitude, journaling, and all this good stuff. We all are unique. Like think, even all of us fingerprint is different. So we are supposed to be different. We are made to be different. So that is your superpower, not your insecurity or not your fault. That's your superpower. So own it. Don't be ashamed of it. All you have to do is to try to be 1% better than yesterday. So that's what we can do. The only person you compare yourself should be who you were yesterday, not another person. That's all we can do. The rest of it is not in our hands. So let it be. That's the end of this video, guys. I'm literally sitting on a random staircase in my hostel. Oh my god. But I hope you like it. I hope you found this helpful, okay? I don't want you to compare yourself to anyone in 2026 because this should be the year we stop shrinking and start living. Oh my god. I literally read that quote somewhere. And yeah, if you found this video helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel because my goal is to hit 100 subscribers by the end of February and I'm really looking forward for that. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Bye.